Mine is neroli and basil. And this has 3 little ones. One is santal and vetiver. One is bergamot and hinoki. And one is saffron and cedar, which is going to be a more woodsy one. And I swear by this, and to have the minis to try out the different fragrances is one thing, but also to go on a trip and have your deodorant be a little, it's just the sweetest, because mine's normally like this big, that tall, maybe that tall, and a little wider. So to be able to have these, try out the different fragrances of the deodorant, and also have a mini for weekenders or, you know, a vacation or something like that. I also got this, how did I get this? Was that a sample? Maybe it was a mini. Oh, I know. You know when you check out at Sephora, they have that aisle that you walk through. It's got all the shelves on it of last little minis. So it's like a half size, but it isn't free. It's not a sample. It's usually somewhere between $10 and $20. So you have to look closely and see, what did I just buy? But I did want to try this Oribe Dry Texturizing spray again, because, and again, this would be good to have a mini size on a vacation or a weekender. Sometimes I have a weekender with my girlfriends from high school, or, you know, something like that. And it's good just to have. But I have tried this before, but I can't remember what difference it really made. I know a lot of it is the scent is a beautiful fragrance scent. And so, but I'm wondering, was it something that really was a good hairstyling? Because I have not cut or colored my hair in at least a year, and I'm not loving it. I mean, my husband does. He says, "Oh, babe, I like your gray hair," but the thing is I do in my part, the kind of darker root. It's a root touch up, and that does, you know, I kind of spread it out a little bit. You can see through the sides. I also do, and you kind of mix it all in so that you look like you have a darker root, which makes you not look so bald. And what happens is, yeah, that is a rosy globe. What happens is, it kind of makes, as you get gray, you see your scalp, and so the gray in the scalp makes you look bald, whereas if you would put your roots back in, it doesn't look as bad. But I'm mixing, you know, and I get to have a ponytail, and I want a ponytail, but I feel like I need some crown layering for height, and also just styling. I don't look good with straight hair, or at least I don't right now. 2 other products that I got. One was a Caudalie eye cream, and a Kiehl's Rare Earth Pore Minimizing Clay Mask. I think these were little samples that they dropped in, because I don't remember paying for either of these. Because, well, that looks like a sample, but this, I may have gotten the mini size again, but typically it's in packaging, and this isn't, so. But this is, and this is one of those things at checkout, and I know that I like this, the mini size, because it's easy to keep in my purse. And so, and see, it will say on there, mini, M-I-N-E, and intense pitch black, and this is the BADgal Bang. I hate the names of Benefit. I mean, they all just imply something not so nice. But it's excellent packaging. I like that it's got these little diamond things, because it makes it easy to turn. And when you're getting arthritis and it's harder to touch things, it's, or undo things, you know, do grips. I like things that have something like that. It's easy to hold on to, and also it does have the prickle brush, being it's plastic with little prickles versus a spoolie. I like spoolie brushes, which is, you know, the hair brushes, where the bristles are brush. But if they get those too thick, you're not getting through enough, like going through like that versus that. And so what happens is it doesn't get off the excess, and then you add it back to build volume, but you still want to take it off every time so it doesn't make clumping. So I love having this, so that's not going anywhere. 2 bags down, and 2 things returning. Okay, what is this? Oh, this is a NATASHA DENONA I Need a Nude palette. So it's a nude palette coloring. And I remember I looked at several of their palettes, and this is the one that I like. It's nice packaging. I'm going to try to get back here. Being up close for some reason. I got to check that aperture, or whatever you call it on there. I feel like I have this. But these are definitely my neutral colors. They're neutral browns, but they're cools. Oops, let me do it this way. They're cool tones. How am I doing with that? There we go. They're cool tones. Matter of fact, maybe if I just put this, and I have found lately that this is not working, but I'm going to try it. Is it helping a little? There we go. Okay, I'm hoping it is. I can't tell. Anyway, that is, you can still see the colors good. But it's just really good, cool browns and highlights. So, and this is mostly what I'm wearing now, y'all. So I do think I'm going to keep that palette. Okay, what else did I get? Fenty Hair, the Mista Hair and Body Fragrance. And of course, because it was in the store, you're not allowed to open it and spray it. So, I'm going to do it now. And I say, but I can bring it back. And they're like, yeah. I'm like, that's because they write it off. That's why. Hair and body mist. Let's just do the hair. Is it good? What's that smell like? That's nice. That's nice. Notes are sparkle. Wow, these are notes I love. Sparkling yuzu, golden amber, soothing florals, and vanilla. Vanilla is something I really like. I like also, of the fruits, I like coconut and strawberry. I don't know though. I think I'm giving this back. I think I'm giving that back. Let's see what else. Oh, I'm going to keep this. The Charlotte Tilbury's Magic Cream. It really is a good moisturizer. Magic cream. Again, I don't like the implications of magic, but you know. Everything is going to have names. Goof Proof Brow Pencil. I do like this. This is made by Benefit, is it? Hello? Where's your product name? There it is. Oh my gosh, their product name is so tiny. Do better branding, Benefit. I guess they figure people know by now how super smooth and easy their products go on. I love this brow pencil, so that's going to stay. Matter of fact, I said I would do it. I'm going to do it. I'll put my brows on real quick to show you. And also to test the color. Isn't it cool packaging too? One end is the little brush spoolie, which I will have my little trusty on here. It says high maintenance. It's got all the little diamonds on the little stick. But anyway, brush through first to get any little loose hairs off. Any debris, if you will. Let me get my little bangs out of the way. And that does have a cover, so you can put that back on. So you could literally keep this in your purse. And then when you scroll it up, instead of it being a straight or domed nib, it's angled, and it's wider angled. So that gives the slant of it, gives you a chance to use the tip end as a very, very thin point. What can you do with that, Beth? You might say, well, you can give yourself little, what look like little hairs. Sorry, that's not a good way to hold it. Little hairs up through the actual hairs, which makes it look fuller. And you do it, but you know, this is a little more time consuming because you do little individual strokes. And you just kind of keep going up, up, and then you can start reversing here, start from like where the point's going to be and go down. Down, down, down. That's the other way to build a brow. Starting a little higher if you have a low arch, which I do. And then you come back through again with this little point and make sure you fill in and then kind of finish the tip in. Now here's what I would say about this. I feel like this is not a good brown color. It's a little too warm for me. You can also just use the whole thing, the wider version of it, and just kind of go up through and make it darker. Always do the underside of the brow, like that. And look at the difference in the lift that gave my brow. Look at my two different brows. Can you see my two different brows if I don't sit back here? Yeah, look how that one's got more lift and it looks fuller. So now I am going to have to go back through. Is that what this is too? Hold on, let's see. That is liner. No. I was going to try two different ones so to make me look goofy going out into public, but I'm going to use the tip end again, go up to where the arch would start, and you can either do a straight line, you can do little lines, one right after another, like a hair, just little hairs, and then go through, of course, and come under. And then also, I accidentally shaved this off years ago, and it's never grown back. You know how they say it does? It doesn't always. And this brow is also higher, so I have to do some underneath and come up through it, and then there's also a little balding right there. So it's just, this is a good angle one to use because there's different problems within this brow. And the only thing is the more you use this, that little teeny pointy side of it, it's not going to be quite as pointy because it's going to start rounding. And it's so warm up here. I think I mentioned in my last few videos, our air conditioning's been out for like, it's going on 2 weeks now. And luckily we have fans. My husband is an entrepreneur, and he has his own business, and so he has fans, you know, for any kind of catastrophes, and, you know, like industrial size fans. So that's what you're also hearing in the background, by the way. Okay, also I got to come up underneath that a little bit. That's too much. There we go. And the other thing, remember what you can do is use the spoolie to brush through.